Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus channel. Contrary to popular belief, United States Air Force pilots actually travel with luggage. These men and women not only need to take their personal belongings with them when they fly, but also have required items that need to come with them when they move from base to base. They are also required to clean and sanitize their helmets, breathing apparatuses, and other equipment. The United States Air Force has the most significant annual budget compared to any air force globally. In 2022, the proposed budget for the U.S. Air Force was $181.1 billion, which is significantly higher than the budget of any other air force. Still, costs must be cut wherever possible in order to ensure the country and its military is always ready for anything. A good example is the distinct lack of cargo space on military fighter jets. This has been a design feature for decades, but the U.S. military has found a rather ingenious way for pilots to carry their personal belongings with them during flights. They're known as cargo pods. Like weapons of external fuel tanks, these pods can be stored on hardpoints under the wing, with small sealable doors to hold whatever the pilot and co-pilot might need at their destination. Aside from a pod for personal belongings, most aircraft will also have a pod for maintenance materials and tools, just to make things easier if a minor repair is needed. Thanks to advancements in technology over the past few decades, one of the many ways the United States military continues to cut costs is through the use of robotics. Though reducing paid man-hours is a significant factor in the adoption of robotics, the Air Force also sees these advanced machines as a way to enhance capabilities, increase efficiency, and reduce the risk to personnel in dangerous situations. That said, one of the first areas to employ robots is the cleaning and maintenance sector. Military aircraft must be regularly cleaned to remove dirt, dust, and pollutants that can interfere with systems and lead to corrosion. But rather than waste valuable technicians on this process, many airbases use robotic cleaning systems instead. Not only does this reduce the time it takes to clean an aircraft thoroughly, but it also provides a better result. The Air Force Research Laboratory has also invested a wealth of funds and research into robotics. Their A5 system, which stands for Advanced Automation for Agile Aerospace Applications, consists of a 22,000-pound robot that uses real-time sensor feedback to manufacture and repair various aircraft systems. The system is exceptionally versatile, as demonstrated by its ability to effectively sand a mock-up version of a C-17 panel. Since the 1950s, the Air Force has also made extensive use of simulators. Simulators are computer-based systems that simulate real-world environments and allow trainees to practice a variety of skills without the need for expensive real-world equipment or live aircraft. As with other such technology, these simulators have only become more advanced, complex, and effective over the years, with some units for the latest planes costing millions of dollars each. Even so, the benefits are very clear when adding up the fuel, man-hours, and flight hours required to train pilots on real machines effectively. Pilots are also free to use the simulators whenever their schedules allow it. Such a thing would simply not be safe or possible in a real jet. The latest simulators even enable multiple pilots to link and fly inside shared virtual airspace for mock missions and sorties. There are also simulators for larger planes, such as C-17s, which allow entire flight crews to coordinate with one another while being closely supervised by instructors.
50.
Not all simulators are virtual or computerized. For example, the United States Air Force Special Operations Command specializes in the deployment and execution of specialized air power. This is generally done to support special operations forces and other government agencies, providing them with airborne intelligence, surveillance, and support for ground forces. For years, the AFSOC has utilized specialized gun training rooms to allow new recruits to familiarize themselves with various weaponry in a safe, controlled environment. This includes the opportunity to count rounds, load and unload guns, and even fire simulated weapons. Another example of a non-digital trainer is the fuselage trainer for AFSOC Loadmasters. Essentially, this is a perfect replica of an MC-138 that can give trainees valuable practice with loading, tying down, and releasing equipment. Without all the risk and distractions that come with actual flight, these young men and women can develop the muscle memory they need to perform even better in real-life scenarios. Though it is performed all the time, in-flight refueling remains one of the most dangerous processes in the daily operation of a military aircraft. It requires two planes to get incredibly close to one another while perfectly matching speed. Fortunately, the U.S. military has developed a special boom simulator to allow prospective operators to gain valuable experience with the process. Known as the Boom Operations Simulation System, or BOSS, the pod is a near-perfect replica of a KC-130 refueling station. It can simulate many different scenarios, including major malfunctions and errors. The United States Air Force, like many other militaries around the world, has evolved into an organization that seeks to reduce waste wherever possible. This not only allows the military to cut costs, but creates a cycle of reuse that has massive implications for everyone involved. Electronics recycling is a substantial component of this new initiative. This occurs at special on-base facilities known as disposition services, where highly trained military technicians work to repair printers, fax machines, cell phones, and virtually any other piece of electronic government equipment. Of course, the United States has long maintained particular storage areas for decommissioned aircraft, known as boneyards. Some of these facilities cover thousands of acres and boast row after row of fighters, cargo planes, bombers, and more. Each of these planes has been carefully preserved so that their parts can be used later to repair aircraft still in service. This process, known as cannibalization, allows the Air Force to reuse components that would otherwise be discarded, saving money on the cost of new parts. It also supports the traditional recycling of copper wires, steel, aluminum, and other valuable components. Thanks to the military's growing team of refurbishment specialists, many of these parts can be cleaned, repaired, and restored to like-new conditions. The path to becoming a pilot in the United States military is not an easy one. After meeting basic physical and education requirements, recruits must take an aptitude test and apply for an officer candidate school. They also need to attend the same basic training as other soldiers before they get the chance to attend flight school. This program typically begins with introductory flight training, where students learn the fundamentals of flying an aircraft, then moves on to advanced training, simulator training, and more. Overall, the military flight school is a challenging and demanding program that requires dedication, hard work, and a solid commitment to safety and precision. Still, only the best of the best will get the chance to fly highly advanced aircraft like the F-35. One of the most notable examples of sophisticated training meeting money-saving initiatives is the Chemical Warfare Defense Equipment Training Gear Project. Not only does this exercise provide detailed chemical warfare simulations for thousands of troops, but it reuses suits from previous exercises by cleaning, repairing, and repurposing each set of garments, gloves, and boots. This single initiative is expected to save the Air Force around $24 million annually. In the future, the U.S. military hopes other training centers may follow the CWDE's lead and institute their own cost-saving projects. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.